Lilith. It's nice to meet you. I'm Melissa.
Hi, nice to meet you, Melissa.
You want to sit down?
Okay.
So, how are you doing today?
I don't know. It's just I really miss my brother, and I don't know what to do. It's just my parents. They won't really understand the fact that what I did a couple of years back, it was for the greater good, and it's like my father does not care at all. But at the same time, I know my brother's suffering without me. I mean, he's my only sibling, and he's a lot younger than me. He looks up to me. I'm just at a loss as to what to do because I can't get a word in edgewise with my father, so I don't even know.
Does your brother still live with your or your parents? Is that
Yes,
the
it does.
issue?
Yeah.
Okay. So, how long has it been since you've spoken to your father? Or no, your brother?
It's been about 2.5 years now.
Okay. So, you said there were some incidents that happened about 2.5 years ago that caused this rift. Do you feel comfortable talking about that right now?
Yes, I can. Okay, well, what happened is, I was on campus with a bunch of friends, and I randomly, I met this man named MJ, and he was going through a really hard time. I could tell, he had some serious issues without even really saying anything to me about it. And we started being friends more and more, and finally he came out to me and told me his father was abusing him. So I felt like it was up to my discretion, to keep him safe. I mean, I know that I guess you could say it was like causing his problem to be my own. But I couldn't bear to know that if I didn't let him stay in my dorm, even though I wasn't supposed to, for the greater good, like just to give him, a couch to sleep on. I mean, how does that hurt anything? But my father, he, like the man he always is, like said, you can't leave him there, I guess especially because, I'm a woman. I don't know, but he said he was going to cut off, credit cards to me. He said he threatened to not ever get me, the new car he promised me when I graduated. Said that he's not going to pay my rent here anymore if I don't make him leave. And I can't just let him go back to that violence. I mean, what decent human being does that? Plus my father, he was abused himself for a very, very long time by his adoptive mother. So I don't understand why my father can't realize how important it is to help him. It's like he doesn't want to break the cycle at all, of this violence. He's just gotten bitter instead of caring. So I'm at a loss as to, I really miss my brother, And I just don't know what to do.
Okay, well, let's back up a little bit. You said, something you said kind of stuck out to me. You said your father, like the man that he is, didn't want MJ to stay with you. Can you tell me a little bit about what you meant by that? The man that he always is?
Well, it's always his way or the highway with him. He always tries to obligate me to do exactly what he wants, and the consequences are horrid, I would be living on student loans, driving my car, no telling how long, probably, until I actually do get a job out of college, which, I guess that would be fine. But at the same time, I just don't. I don't know. I really just don't want to confront my dad. Like, I'm fed up with him, and I wanted him out of my life, and I still do. Because I don't think he deserves the right, to be my dad. He's just my father, the way that I see it. But, I mean, do I just swallow, like, all of my pride just to see my brother? Or is there some way that I can talk to him that I haven't thought of? I don't know.
Okay. So, I'm hearing a lot from you. I'm hearing that you miss your brother and you feel conflicted with your relationship with your father, and that you have another issue with a friend living with you who has been abused. So where would you like to start in this conversation?
You mean as far as,
like, with what topic would you like to kind of explore a little bit deeper?
really just how to talk to my dad, because I don't know what, I have no idea what to say to him. I mean, like I said, it's been, 2.5 years since I've even said a word to him. But at least fortunately, my friend was safe. I went against what he said, and I did live on my loans, talking about present time here. And I don't regret it for a second. And I feel like he's gonna make me want to just grovel back, just so I can see my brother. He's using my brother pretty much as a tool. And I mean, what adult does that? I don't even know.
So you said that you did let MJ stay with you and everything. Has his problem been resolved? Is he still being abused, or has he gotten away from all of that?
Well, what had happened is I wound up just saying, screw it, I don't care. I just started living on student loans. I mean, we lived really hard the first year because neither of us had a job. But at the same time, I saw so much improvement in MJ. His grades shot up. I mean, he was really about to fail out just from his first semester. I remember he made, I think, 3 Ds in and out, and he had of course he repeated those classes since then. But at the same time, I just really just want to see my brother, I've already missed out on 2.5 years of his life. He probably doesn't think I love him. He probably doesn't think, I can't just, swallow my pride with our father, just to, and that's another thing, I'm battling inside of myself is, maybe I just need to be selfless and just go over there anyway. But, sorry, but at the same time, to this day, I would never regret that, because I feel like if I wouldn't have done it for MJ, there's no telling where he'd be now. Because obviously he wasn't going to be able to pass college. His environment was too bad. And I wanted to keep him safe.
I'm hearing that you were a really good friend during that time for him, so it sounds like you needed one too. Now, what's stopping you from speaking to your father? What are the barriers that you see?
Well, I almost know for a fact once I do. It's sure, he's not that much, like, as far as, displaced as a father, to not hug me. I'm sure, that he's missed me. He is my father. But at the same time, just knowing him, the thing is, he's a CEO, so, he's a very powerful man as it is. So he always shifts that onto his family. And family isn't like work, And I think a big reason why he made it such a big deal with MJ, it was just about his image. And you can't be that way. I mean, you have to be a person first. What about this person, that's going to lose everything if one person can't reach out, that's more than willing just because their daddy said not to,
So, was that his only issue with MJ living with you, his self-image? Or did he not feel comfortable with the situation? Or,
well, I mean, he may have just been afraid, that I might get pregnant in college or something, but that's the thing too, we actually are in fact dating now, but at the same time, then we weren't dating. I was not sleeping with him. I didn't really know him that well. I think that's another thing that my father blew up about too, is he thought I was stupid for helping somebody that I barely knew. But I mean, that's the thing though. I mean, you can hold on to the sense, that, he is a good person, that he doesn't deserve this. I mean, really is anyone, so.
Okay, so. So if you were to wave a magic wand, what I'm hearing from you is that you would be able to have a relationship with your brother like you had before, but do you want a relationship with your father?
Not at this point. I mean, until my father really shows that he wants to change and accept the fact that I'm not him. I'm not this person, that's just going to desensitize from everything just because I want to look good. The thing is, and I think that disgusts me the most about my father is the fact, he was abused by his adoptive mother, and to not be able to relate to him, I mean, man, like, how could you not, like, feel his pain, I mean, sure, I mean, the abusers were reversed. I mean, it was his father and my father, with my father, it was his mother that had adopted him. But I don't really think that would matter. It just seems like he's just gotten bitter and nasty, like, towards the world instead of loving even more, which I think should have been what he chose, but no. But I have an appointment that I need to go to, and I'm sorry, and I hope that, next time, we get together, this won't happen. But I really do appreciate speaking with you, and I'll probably just call for the appointment, though, if that's okay, because I don't really know when I'll be ready next time, because I just have a lot of schoolwork that I've been doing, so.
Okay. Well, I'm here anytime you want to talk.
All right.
Well,
it's nice to meet you.
Nice to